We are with Mr. Mike Beunder, the CEO of WithLocals, and he also happens to be the speaker of a Patha Adventure Tourism Mart here in Thimphu in Bhutan. We are speaking about adventure tourism and the latest trends of adventure tourism in the coming years. Mr. Mike, how are you doing today?
Good, excellent, sunny day and interesting setting in Bhutan. So yes, great.
Fantastic. Can you just tell our readers and audiences about your company WithLocals and how is it actually planning to enhance the sector of adventure tourism, and what are the things that you are offering for your customers?
So WithLocals, in one phrase, we connect people and cultures through home dining. That's our credo, and that's what we bring to our guests, to our customers, if you like. And the main driver is authenticity. So if you talk about adventure travel, for us key is that people are looking for authenticity. And on top of that, as you know, food is becoming very important, and food is also one of the key cultural aspects. So wherever you go, food is an important part of it. So that's where WithLocals is focusing on. We hope that whenever people travel to a new region, they'd like to connect with that region, not just by making the tours and talking to the people, but actually home dining is the key part of where you sit on somebody's dinner table and connect with them. And we feel that home dining, the connection with the people at the dinner table, is one of the most personal experiences you can get.
You started your career as an integrated circuits designer, and you're here in tourism right now. So could you just tell our readers about this swift transition of careers, and how is your previous career still helping you out here in this recent role?
Yeah, I think part of the core of WithLocals is that it's a global company, and so part of it is carried by technology. My former life, or actually I would even say still part of my life, is indeed semiconductor high-tech and the high-tech software industry that came with it, but in particular the startup business, and that's also a core and essential element of WithLocals. We're a startup, and there's a lot of focus on what to focus on with limited resources to grow your business. So if you like, that's the core experience that I bring from my previous life, is how to grow a company, how to select the people, and how to work with the ecosystem. And I think you, out of this business, with a much longer track record as I, understand how important your ecosystem is. So being here at this conference, talking to all the other players in the ecosystem, is key for a company as WithLocals, because we only cover part of the story. We cover the home dining. And home dining, for someone who travels to new areas, home dining is only part of it. And we don't want to cover everything. We want to cover our home dining. That's our focus. So.
All right. In adventure tourism, there are traditional travel operators, and there are some disruptors. So probably this is going to be the plenary session for you, and you're going to speak on that. Could you just brief us your thoughts on the same?
You know, my thoughts on being a disruptor, I'm not, disruption depends on the angle that you look at. I believe that what we are is a convergence of three activities. It's the technology development, it's the authenticity, so the developer of your customer, the adventurist, and it's the sustainability. And those three things come together, and we believe that as WithLocals, we focus on combining those three elements into one message. And that's the home dining. And home dining is something that comes out of the community, so it's easy to spread out. A community has multiple people, everybody can cook. The entry level to becoming a host for a home dining experience is very low. Everybody's got a home dining table, got the plates, and everybody can cook, and everybody has his own recipes that come from their grandmother and their mother. So that is on sustainability. The community can carry that effort, and we actually see communities carry that effort. And it starts with home dining, but you can consider tours with guides from the local community as a very good way of growing that on the community and on the sustainability side. At the same time, it gives a reasonable income to the hosts. And at the same time, I'd like to stress that we limit the number of bookings per year per host to around 40. And why is that? Because the traveler is also looking for authenticity. And authenticity means that it's something that is extraordinary. Extraordinary in terms of I've got this person on my table who comes from a new country that I've never been myself to, who wants to learn about my culture. If I do that every day, it's a business. If I do that maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, it's a true from the heart personal experience. And so that's the authenticity that I believe the traveler is looking for. And in technology, I believe the business platform that we carry, a social peer-to-peer marketplace, is only possible because of the technology. And so there you have the three elements. You have the authenticity, you have the sustainability, and the technology that enables it. And is it disruptive? It's disruptive because it's new. Is it eating into somebody else's margins? I don't believe so. Home dining is something that is new, is an additive to the existing tour operators and other travel organizations. So
that's really innovative, you know.
That's my view.
Yeah, exactly. So about reaching out these authentic tours, which are your major source markets? Like
today, if you look at the demographics, and I should maybe mention that WithLocals comes out of an accelerator that is carried by a online marketing and search engine optimization company. So our roots are, very deep into the internet. We understand the business, and we're able to track our business as well as the progress of others very well through the internet. And we see that the demographics today, about 20%, 25% are European travelers. There is another 30% American, US, North American, Canadian, surprisingly enough, 10 to 15% out of South America, and the rest is local Asian. And when I say local Asian, they can be expats, but it can also be someone from Singapore traveling to Vietnam, someone from Thailand going to Vietnam. So that's sort of the demographics with respect to the countries. If you look at the ages category, I believe that most of them are in the 30-plus category. Our pricing system is such that because our hosts set the price, your $1 a day backpack tourist will have trouble with the pricing. On the other hand, a $20 meal in Singapore is acceptable to people that have already a job, or maybe junior in the job but have some spendable income. So that sort of sets the limit at 25 plus, 30 plus as a age category.
All right. So probably you can just speak about some of the sustainable and responsible practices that WithLocals have been practicing over the years, and with that that also satisfied the corporate social responsibility of the company.
Good point. I think that's one of the things that has also driven us on the home dining side, and maybe I can quote one of the founders that actually the whole idea was born out of him having his honeymoon in Sri Lanka and got invited to somebody's home, and the aspect was not as much as the money. There was no money in place. This guy just thought, hey, this is nice. Somebody's having his honeymoon on my island. I invite him to the dinner. But the whole discussion came around culture, how to preserve nature. And to further illustrate that, I just recently went to the Philippines, to Palawan, which is a pristine area, and tested 2 of our experiences there, incognito, if you like, and noticed that, the ones we've selected and are working with us are very much focused on maintaining the environment. So one of the tours we had was the island hopping, and it was very clear that, the operator was very careful in maintaining the environment, very precise about not picking up anything, using non-motorized boats to get to the coral places. So those are the things we look for, and we make sure that our ambassadors, which check on the hosts and their experiences, abide by those sustainability rules.
Fantastic. Wrapping it up, would you like to discuss some of the social media practices that WithLocals have been practicing, and how it is enhancing adventure tourism and your company as a whole?
I think as a social marketplace or a peer-to-peer marketplace, for us it's very important to connect the host and our tourists leaving, to connect the host and the traveler with each other, and make sure that so much as the host as the traveler do their storytelling. And that's part of the social marketplace. It's not about us making the story, it's about our guests, our travelers, telling their story, and about their hosts explaining about their experiences that they offer, their dining, their elements behind it, the culture, etc.
Thank you, Mike, for this insightful and candid conversation with us, and wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Pleasure.